businesses. We've talked about loan guarantees to critical industries such as airlines and hotels. And we've also talked about a stimulus package to the American worker. You can think of this as something like business interruption payments for the American workers. Thank you.
Do you have any questions for the Secretary of the Treasury?
When you say a stimulus
Idea of the payroll tax holiday, I will tell you what we've heard from many people, and the president has said we can consider this. The payroll tax holiday would get people money over the next 6 to 8 months. We're looking at sending checks to Americans immediately. And what we've heard from hardworking Americans, many companies have now shut down, whether it's bars or restaurants. Americans need cash now, and the president wants to get cash now. And I mean now, in the next 2 weeks.
How much?
I will be previewing that with the Republicans. There's some numbers out there. They may be a little bit bigger than what's in the press.
Go ahead, please. Please.
What's up, guys? See if I can get this microphone. Get me right in there. Get me right up in there. Hey, I wanted to make a video that I found very important, and it's about dreams. I've wanted to for a little while now, but I've just been kind of lazy, and I think that's not very good to do. But I want to start, I don't know, a playlist on YouTube of my dreams. Whether they be important or not to anyone else, they are to me, and perhaps they will be to 1 or 2 people, maybe a small group of people. But one specifically, it's very short. I didn't write much detail about it down, but it was one that I had back in September. So October, November, December, January, February, March. So that would have been 6 months ago. So, and I want to show you guys so you know I'm not lying. I mean, some of you might be a little bit criticizing of it, but it's okay. Oh, actually, it'll take me a second to find it, but just give me one moment. I'll see if I can here. I write all my dreams down here, as you can see. I hope that looks straightforward to you guys. But it was one that I had back in September. I kind of got a little screwy whenever when I was putting in the dates, I mean. Like every time, and what I mean by that is, I'd wake up in the morning and I'd write the date and the time. Mountain Standard Time is where I'm at. And then I'll write my dream. And I do that with every single one of them. But I found it was tiresome to have to go to the bottom of the list after I had so many dreams in there. So then I just started putting them up at the top. So that's why whenever I'm going through the list here, the dates don't match up. Because now when I have a dream, I'll open the app and I'll just immediately put it right there in the top to where the most recent is on top. That's the way it is now, but it wasn't that way in the beginning. It was always the most recent at the bottom. But here it is. So I want to show you that one that says here. I'll try to put my finger on it here. Right there, September 16th last year. It was at 06:30 Mountain Standard Time in Kaysville, Utah. I'm a Utahan now. Originally, I'm an Oklahoma boy, but married my wife. We just celebrated our 4th anniversary. Praise God for that, because she makes me better. Anyways, so, and I'm just going to read this real fast. It says, me and NF were running around together. NF is Nathan Firestein. He's a rap artist, and I really love his music. Don't ask me why he was in the dream. He just was. I don't find any significance to that, but there probably is, because it's either the whole thing is significant or it's not at all. But maybe if somebody else, maybe if that makes sense to somebody else. So me and NF were running around together, and he was on a skateboard or a bike or something. Then we came to this bank, and we went in, and I saw the foundations of the bank were compromised and cracked. So we went to the basement of the bank, and whenever I saw these stairs going up, and I saw the stairs, they were cracked. like in, like that, like as you were going up. So the foundations were compromised and cracked, and they were giving a bunch of things away. Okay, so the foundation of the bank was cracked, and then we went up to the very top of the bank, the very top floor, and it was a huge party. Everybody was having a party. There were those little things that people were smoking cigars, and there was like party favors, and they were giving a bunch of things away and free money, but it was the people's money. So maybe that's your taxes or your Social Security or something. They were giving away the people's money that they were using to pay for the free stuff. So all this stuff they were giving out to everybody, they were using the people's money to pay for all these things. And the people's money they were giving away. So they were using the people's money to pay for all this free stuff, and they were giving all the people's money away. And it was under the guise of, they were feigning that it was just the government pulling out a bunch of money and giving it to the people. And everybody was really happy about it. So I had that dream in September. It was September 16th of last year at 6:30 in the morning. And I say that because, guys, if you heard on the news today, President Trump and, what's his name, Steve Mnuchin, they're cutting a check. They're getting on the Federal Reserve or something, and they're writing a bill in that's going to give every American like $1,000 or something. Every working American $1,000. And then there's all this stuff, all this talk about tax cuts, payroll tax cuts. So those are going to be cut back even further than they already were. In Italy, they are cutting funding they're suspending mortgages and things like that. So bills that people have, they're suspending those things, and they're kind of paying them for the people. They're not paying them, but they're suspending them. So you have, because in the midst of this whole coronavirus, everybody's missing work, and, therefore they need money to pay for their stuff. But, so I say that because, guys, that dream was talking about, I believe that dream was telling me that this was going to happen. Hey, okay, I'll have to piece this together. Sorry, an alarm went off and it cut the video out. But I believe that dream was talking about right now, that they're giving people's money away. And I'll take that even a step further, and maybe it isn't true, but the fact that the dream happened in September, and then this is going on right now. I mean, this coronavirus has been going on since, a while, but the public has really known about it since, like, I would say January, February, late February. But I would take it a step further and say that maybe we're not being told everything that's actually going on. Like, maybe the Federal Reserve is writing this bill into effect, this like $1 trillion bill or something, or like $1.1 trillion, and they're pocketing the money, and they're using the people's Social Security or taxes like at the end of the year. But I think it's maybe more Social Security. My wife actually said that, and that makes a lot more sense. Using the people's Social Security to pay to give everybody, cut everybody a check. And if that's true, then that would mean that it's going to come out very soon, or maybe we won't find out for, I don't know, a few years or something, that's happening. But anyways, I just want to say that, and I want to end with, your dreams are very important, and I want to encourage everybody on here who listens to this, write your dreams down. Because, one, it could be important. It could be trying to tell you something. And two, some people are like, yeah, I have a dream, but then I remember it all the time. I don't forget my dreams. I don't think that's quite the case. Many times whenever I'm going into my dreams, where I wrote down, because I'll go through it every now and then, I find that I don't remember a large part of those parts of the dreams whenever I'm reading it. But once I read it, then sometimes it'll come back to remembrance, but sometimes not all of it. But I just find it very, very important. I'm going to cut this video short because I want to go hang out with my wife today. She's off. And I'll end this by saying I love you guys. Please, in this time that we're in, it is more important than ever not to be distracted. It's one of the biggest distractions that we could have right now is for somebody to drop a fat check in your lap. okay? Because, that is distracting for anybody. So I love you guys, and have a wonderful, what's today? Tuesday. Have a wonderful Tuesday. See ya.